Do you think it's possible to get extremely wealthy or amass a large sums of wealth by having a lazy mindset?
I really like this question. I don't know if it's where you were wanting me to go, but I do like the question a lot. Yes, for probably a different reason that people might expect. So I actually think in some ways, the lazier you are, if you can get over the initial hump, the more successful you can be. Because what happens is if you give a hardworking person a problem, they give you a hardworking solution. If you give a lazy person a problem, they'll give you a lazy man solution.
What's the easiest way to do this?
Right. And a lot of times, some of the best problems in the world get solved by deciding they're not problems.
What do you mean?
It's like, let's say Layla says, babe, and I don't like being called babe, right? Now, I could have a huge discussion about this, and this is our plan, so we can, get you out of saying this because it makes me feel this way. It reminds me of my mom, whatever, right?
Or you just let it go.
Or I decide that it's not a problem, and it's way faster to solve problems that way by deciding they're not problems to begin with.
Interesting.
And so from the lazy man's perspective, I'm a big believer in working smarter, not harder, with the massive caveat that you have to work incredibly hard to get smart.
So what do you mean by that? You have to amass a amount of skills. You have to overcome your limiting beliefs. You've got to get more knowledge, take more classes, develop yourself, build more confidence, let go of these different challenges in order to get to that level.
Yeah, we all have to pay down the most expensive debt that we all pay every day, which is the debt of not knowing. Ignorance debt. And I love this close that I saw at a presentation years ago. And it's just so good. So man's looking out the audience and he's got this whiteboard and he writes $1 million across the top. And then he says, ma'am, how much do you make? And she says $50,000. So he writes $50,000 underneath the million. And then he subtracts it and it says $950,000. He looks at her and he says, every single year, he said, you pay life $950,000 for not knowing how to make $1 million. And so the question is how much is that skill worth? The difference. That's what it's worth.
Right. Whatever that difference is.
Right.
And however long it takes.
And so it's one of the haunting thoughts that I have of man, why am I not making $1 billion a year? It's because right now I'm paying $800 million a year in ignorance tax for not knowing how to make $1 billion. Right. Or to be fair.
Or relationship tax or ignorance tax or whatever.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Timing tax. It could be a timing thing. It could be, are you in the right industry thing, whatever it might be. And you got to, obviously this is for people that are, you don't have to be a billionaire or make $1 million. Yeah. It's okay, do I want to be at 100,000?
Sure.
Do I want to be at 70,000? Do I want to be at 350 or whatever it is? First off, why do you want to be there? Why is it important for you? And are you willing to pay the price to be there? If not, then it's okay.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Yeah. You won.
You won.